You ever walk into a room with full confidence, like you're on a mission, and then just stop? You're standing there looking around, trying to figure out what in the world you came in for. You glance at the counter, maybe the floor, like the answer is going to magically appear somewhere between the lamp and the laundry basket. And then it hits you. You have absolutely no idea why you're there. You do that little laugh and that, oh, come on, you're trying to retrace your steps like it's going to help. You walk back down the hall and hope maybe your memory is waiting for you in the kitchen. And that's okay. Welcome to And That's Okay, the podcast where we explore the ups and downs of life and remind ourselves that whatever we're feeling, it's for a reason, and that's okay. I'm Lisa Renee Scott, your host and a passionate believer that every feeling matters and every step forward counts. Each week, we'll dive into real-life challenges, share relatable experiences, and uncover simple, actionable steps to help you navigate it all. So let's take a deep breath, lean in, and get started. I did it just this week. I walked straight into the pantry with purpose. I had that determined energy, like I was about to conquer something important. Next thing I know, I'm standing there staring at a can of chickpeas like they've got the answers. No clue why I was there. None. I stood there so long I started questioning everything. Was I hungry? Was I cooking? Was I reorganizing? About 2 minutes go by and I remembered I came in for paper towel. Paper towel. Not even remotely related to pantry. My brain apparently decided to take a little break between the kitchen counter and the shelves. It made me laugh, but it also made me think. How often are we doing one thing while our minds are already halfway to the next thing? Like we're folding laundry while we're mentally answering tomorrow's emails. We're in the car, but thinking about dinner. We're everywhere, but where we are. So when we forget why we walked into a room, maybe it's not forgetfulness. Maybe it's a little signal from our brain saying, hey, could we slow down for just a second? And that's okay. We've gotten so used to juggling a dozen things at once that we don't even realize how overloaded we are. Our minds need a breather. Not a full vacation, just a pause. Because when we rush from one thing to the next without that moment to reset, we don't give our thoughts a chance to catch up. And sometimes that why did I come in here moment is just our brain waving this small little tiny white flag saying, hold on, I'm buffering. So what can we actually do about it? Of course, I have action steps. I have 4 things. They're small, simple, realistic. And we're going to start with number 1. Take a tiny pause between tasks. Before you move from one thing to the next, just stop. 10 seconds. That's all it takes. That's it. Close the fridge. Take a breath. Look out the window. Stretch your shoulders. Give your brain a quick reset before jumping to the next thing. It sounds small, but it makes a huge difference in focus. A short pause interrupts that rush. It signals to your brain, we're done with that. Now we're moving on. That moment of stillness helps your nervous system reset, lowers cortisol, which is your stress hormone, and reactivates the part of your brain responsible for concentration and short-term memory. Number 2, say what you're doing out loud. Yep, I want you to talk to yourself out loud. Like, I'm going to the bedroom to grab my phone charger. That locks the thought in. It gives your brain a clear headline to follow. You'll forget a lot less, and you might laugh at yourself for doing it, which also helps. Because when you laugh, even a small, genuine chuckle, your body releases a mix of feel-good hormones like dopamine and serotonin. And these chemicals improve focus, lighten stress, and help information stick better in your memory. So when you laugh at yourself for talking out loud, okay, charger, that's what I'm getting. You're not just diffusing tension, you're also reinforcing the memory with a positive emotion. And it's your brain's way of saying, oh, this moment feels safe, light, and worth remembering. Number 3, give your mind some quiet. once a day for 15 minutes without any background noise, like no TV, no music, no podcast, just silence. Maybe while you're driving or folding laundry. That quiet space helps your brain sort itself out without more noise coming in. Your brain is constantly taking in information. Sounds, conversations, notifications, background music, even the hum of an appliance. It never fully gets a moment off duty. When you allow yourself a short pocket of quiet, your brain finally has space to process everything that's been coming in. Think of it like giving your mind a chance to file away the mental clutter that's been piling up all day. In that silence, your brain starts connecting the dots, organizing the thoughts, and deciding what matters and what can just be let go of. It's not just rest, it's integration. Quiet also calms our nervous system. Without the constant input, your body can drop out of alert mode, which steadies your breathing, slows your heart rate, and helps you think more clearly afterward. Number 4, do a mental download before bed. Write down anything that's still buzzing around in your head. It doesn't have to make total sense to you. Maybe things like what you didn't finish, what you need to do tomorrow, random thoughts that pop up. Get them out of your head and onto paper. You'll sleep better and you'll wake up less foggy. Here's why. When you carry unfinished thoughts into the night, the things you didn't get done, the reminders floating around, the mental to-do list, your brain keeps those tabs open. It treats them like unfinished business. So when your body's tired, your mind stays alert, trying to keep track of them all. And writing them down is like saying to your brain, you don't have to hold on to this right now. It's safe somewhere else. That physical act of transferring thoughts from your head to paper tells your nervous system it can relax. It lowers nighttime rumination, helps you fall asleep faster, and allows your brain to shift into deeper, more restorative sleep. And when you wake up, you're not sorting through the fog of yesterday's mental leftovers because you already cleared them out. You're giving your brain permission to start fresh. You know, maybe those moments where we forget why we walked into a room aren't about forgetfulness at all. Maybe they're quiet invitations, little nudges reminding us to slow down and actually arrive where we are. We spend so much time moving toward what's next that we forget to notice where our feet are standing. And sometimes when our mind blanks, it's not because we're slipping. It's because you've been sprinting. So what if, instead of getting frustrated, you take that pause as a reminder to come back to now? To take in the scent of dinner simmering, the hum of the house, the way the light hits the counter. To remember that life doesn't ask you to hold it all, just to be here for it. And that's okay. Thanks for tuning into this episode of And That's Okay. I hope our conversation left you encouraged and equipped with practical steps you can start using in your own life. Remember, whatever you're feeling or going through, you have feelings, and that's okay. If you enjoyed today's episode, please subscribe, leave a review, and share it with someone who might need this message. And if you're loving the podcast, you'll definitely want to grab a copy of my book, And That's Okay. It's available on Amazon or through my website. Just check the link in my bio or in the captions of this episode. For daily inspiration, reflections, and more tools to support your growth, come connect with me on social media. I'd love to hear how you're applying these steps in your own life. Before we wrap up, I want to remind you that I'm not a licensed doctor or therapist. I'm simply sharing experiences and insights that have helped me and others like me along the way. Until next week, take care of yourself and keep moving forward, one feeling, one step at a time.